How do baseball sacrifice bunts affect a player's stats? Imagine a batter stepping up to the plate with a simple plan in mind: advance a teammate without swinging for a hit. That's the essence of a sacrifice bunt. It's a strategic move that can change the game, but how does it impact a player's stats? Let's break it down. When a player bunts the ball and gets the runner to the next base, it's called a sacrifice bunt. This play is recorded as a sacrifice hit, not an at-bat. That means it doesn't lower the player's batting average, since batting average is calculated by dividing hits by at-bats. So, even if the batter gets out on the bunt, their batting average stays the same. However, because the play results in an out, it does count as a plate appearance. This can lower the player's on-base percentage, which measures how often a player reaches base safely. Since the batter is out, they do not add to their total hits or on-base percentage. But the sacrifice bunt does add to their total sacrifice hits, a separate stat that tracks how often players sacrifice to help the team. Sacrifice bunts can also influence other stats like runs scored and runs batted in. Because the batter is out, they don't get credited with a hit or an RBI on that play. But the team benefits from the runner moving into scoring position, increasing chances for a run later in the inning. Looking at the bigger picture, sacrifice bunts tend to lower the overall expected runs scored in an inning. For example, if a runner is on first with no outs, the chance of scoring is about 0.86 runs. After a successful sacrifice bunt, that drops to roughly 0.66 runs. So, while the bunt helps the team advance a runner, it slightly reduces the overall scoring potential. There's also a risk involved. Studies show that between 15 and 30% of sacrifice bunts fail to move the runner, and about 4 to 5% can even result in the lead runner being out. That's a lost out that could have been used for a hit or an extra base. Because of this, modern analytics often view frequent sacrifice bunts as costly, especially in high-pressure situations like playoff games. Historically, sacrifice bunts were more common in the early days of baseball. Over time, teams have shifted away from them, especially with the rise of power hitting and the focus on maximizing runs. Advanced statistics have shown that giving up an out for a small chance of advancing a runner often doesn't pay off in the long run. For players past and present, using a sacrifice bunt affects their stats in specific ways. It doesn't hurt their batting average but can lower their on-base percentage. It adds to their sacrifice hit total and may decrease their hits, RBIs, and runs scored. It's a strategic move that prioritizes team success over individual numbers. In the end, sacrifice bunts are a trade-off. They help move runners along but come at the cost of an out. Modern baseball leans toward using them selectively, especially when scoring one run is more important than preserving outs for a big inning.